Hi, I'm Mark Berry, former voice for the Campbell River Storm, counting down my top 10 moments since strapping on the headset back in the 2015-2016 season. In the past week, we've counted down from number 10 to number 3. Before we go to number 2, I'd like to mention a few moments, people, or things that were special but didn't quite make the top 10. Come playoff time every year, the team's focus was always on the graduating class of 20-year-olds. Doing it for the 20s. We've had some incredible young men graduate from our program. Thank you to each and every one of you. I have a video queued up from the 2015-2016 finals against Victoria. It was another moment that was special but didn't make the list. An overtime winner from Michael Holub, a former WHLer, with assists going to Carter Hickachey and number 9, Josh Koblenz.
And Kenny Britton will chase it down. He'll get it. Could come out in front of the net. Centers it. Oh, and hopped over the stick of the Cougar. And here comes Koblenz. Koblenz. Good work by the D-man. Buse. Cross-ice pass to Hickachey. Chance scores! Michael Holub! Overtime winner! 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the extra frame. The Campbell River Storm have evened the series at 1 game apiece. We'll have to get the official call on that, but I think Michael Holub may have got it, and we have got one whale of a series. What a game from these two teams. Cream of the crop, as far as I'm concerned, in BC Junior B hockey.
How about that pass from Josh to Carter? Koblenz from Campbell River went on to play a combined 211 games in the BCHL with the Powell River Kings, amassing 111 points. That was an exciting series. The Storm would lose the series in 6, but they got an invite to the provincials where they won a bronze medal. That was my first season. In each of my first 4 seasons, we went to the finals and the provincials. Then COVID hit. By the way, I don't know if you noticed the attendance, 1,177 at the Brindy. Okay, we're getting to number 2 now. My number 2 highlight with the Campbell River Storm are the Messer boys, Pierce and Quinn. In 8 of my 9 years behind the mic, I've called Messer goals. Pierce burst onto the scene back in the 16-17 season as an affiliate player from the Delta Hockey Academy. He put up 8 points in 7 regular season games, added another 2 points in 2 playoff games, and at the provincials scored 2 big goals. This one was the equalizer against Aldergrove in the final round-robin game.
Mitchell Williams hangs on to it. Mitchell Williams behind the net to Colin Blake. Colin Blake behind the red line, gets it over to Bottomley. Bottomley shot through traffic, redirected. Scott scores! What a goal! The EP Pierce Messer ties this one up on the power play.
Mitchell Williams scored the OT winner, and Campbell River was off to the finals. Darn if Pierce didn't score the opening goal 30 seconds into that gold medal contest against Beaver Valley.
Floyd would have turned over, behind Floyd, McCartney going back the other way. He's got Messer with him, passes over to the AP, and a sharp shot, he scores! Oh, Messer, what a shot! Wow. And the AP strikes again. 28 seconds into the first period, the Campbell River Storm strike first.
Do you think they heard me call them underdogs?
My apologies for the audio there. The Nighthawks eventually won the game, and the Storm settled for silver. Pierce played parts of 5 seasons with the Campbell River Storm, with 25 games in the BCHL sprinkled in there. He was so exciting to watch. I almost forgot this, but when I was doing some research, I came across an interview at the Cyclone Taylor Cup in Richmond, and I mentioned in it a fight he had with Cam Couture of the Wolves. I remember at the time, Storm owner Linda Latinen was furious with Pierce. He ended up breaking his hand and missing a bunch of games. In his 125 total games, Pierce was a thrill to watch. It was just a darn shame that in his 20 season, it was COVID. After graduating from junior hockey, he spent 2 seasons as an assistant coach with the Campbell River Storm. Quinn Messer was part of the Storm family for 5 seasons, 157 regular season games, 110 points. Quinn, like Pierce, has a wicked shot. Also, like Pierce, isn't afraid of being physical, especially as a 16, 17, and 18-year-old. He took a lot of punishment along the boards and ended up out of the lineup for parts of his 18 and 19 year. The best part about the Messer boys is every time I look at their league bios, I have to chuckle. Their hometown is listed as North Delta or Delta, but it really should be Campbell River. Between hockey and their jobs, they've become entrenched in the community. A huge thank you to Brian and Mary Messer for allowing your boys to play their junior hockey here. When Quinn aged out, it was time for me to hang up the microphone. No more Messer goals to call. I'm going to sneak in another clip here. It was before my time. We've talked a lot about Jason Jakes over the years, the leading all-time goal scorer for the Campbell River Storm and the only member of the 5,100 single-season club. 50 goals, 100 points. Unfortunately, I have no video of him in a Storm jersey. But thanks to Warren Andrews, we have a goal he scored in the 2005 All-Star Game. This was my last chance to share it, so that's what I'm doing.
And make changes. Picked off now. In comes Jakes, comes and scores!
Jakes making absolutely no mistake on that awful giveaway.
As that kicks and set, maybe it will be Jason Jakes' night.
Thank you. 15:08.
As he scores his 4th All-Star game in the last 2 contests. And more importantly, his North squad are up 2-0.
Yes, that's now former Oceanside Generals and Nanaimo Buccaneers head coach Dan Lemon on defense. Number 1 should come as no surprise. April 2nd, 2017, the longest game in VIJHL history, the Championship Series, Game 7, 4th overtime.
I haven't eaten in 12 hours now.
Yeah, I haven't eaten since breakfast myself. That's not true. I had a hot dog. I had one of the best hot dogs in the world.
Here's Brent. Takes a shot.
Oh,
Scores!
they scored. Brent.
They did it. They did it.
Big angle.
The Campbell River Storm did it.
Campbell River Storm
They are champions.
the VIJHL champions.
They did it, and they deserve it. And they were the best team in the overtime. I'll tell you that. They were the best team in the overtime, and the ice surface has been adorned with Campbell River Storm helmets and gloves and equipment, and that's it. But I tell you, the better team in the overtime won the contest, gentlemen, and that's my opinion only.
And Brent is the hero of the day here.
Yeah. Now, about the conversation taking place in the booth during the historic goal. Clay Cochran was in Campbell River as recently as last month on our broadcast, and he said even after 7 years, he's embarrassed by the hot dog conversation. But you know what? The boys in the broadcast booth were hungry. It was a long game. I was there in 2017 in one of the press boxes with an absolutely sensational view of the ice surface. It was a game for the ages. Anthony Shiro for the Cougars faced 85 shots. 85 shots, 44 of which came in the overtime period. For the Campbell River Storm at the other end of the ice, Chris Smith faced 50 shots. Absolutely sensational game. Christian Brandt played 107 regular season games with the Campbell River Storm over parts of 3 years. What makes this goal so special for Christian is that he was traded to West Shore partway through the Western Canadian Championship year and wasn't part of that run. So for him to be the hero on the very last game he played in the VIJHL was pretty darn awesome. The boys had a quick turnaround, back to Campbell River to pick up supplies, then immediately on the road, heading to Creston and the Provincials, where they won silver. Before I sign off, I'd like to thank some people. I've already mentioned ownership. I've mentioned Lee Stone and Kyle Evans. I'd like to thank the other coaches, Jordan Rouser, Tynan Peacock, Riley Medvez, Pierce Messer, Michael Olson, Gavin Rouser, Jesse Hamill, Mike Wilson, Bill Brett, Brendan Enns, Andy Sepinen, Curtis Toneff. I know I'm missing some people. Thank you to my predecessor, who set the bar high, Warren Andrews. But mostly, thank you, the players and the families. You made those 9 seasons so rewarding. It's been a lot of fun. I'll still be around the Brindy, up in the stands cheering on the boys, and you can catch me on the radio Saturday mornings, 8 to noon. Thank you.